Shalom, brothers and sisters. So there's an interesting article that came out called, and I want to touch on it because it affects America, it affects all Western first world countries at this moment in a major way, especially America. It's called The Invasion of Ireland. About a month ago, Michael Yon posted a video on Twitter to explain what's happening in Ireland with a wave of immigration that he says is an invasion. Now, I've got to agree with him when we look at what's happening in America and on the borders and military-age males and with weapons crossing the border and not being challenged. People that are on the list of people to watch out for actually being let into America, and then they disappear, and then they're found near military bases. They're found getting gun training, those that didn't have it. So crazy things are happening, and they're there for us to see, but everyone's keeping quiet about it. They're not expecting the worst, which they should be expecting. Ireland, for example, has a military of about 6,700 souls, but they have an estimated 120,000 migrants that have entered the country. Now, obviously, how is 6,700 people going to control 120,000 migrants without using a big bomb? So, a military man looking at a map shows the locations of the facilities where they're housing these invaders in Ireland. In Dublin County alone, there are 36 of these locations. In each location, between 30 to 2,000 men are being housed. Men, not women and children. And if you're familiar with Dublin, which I'm not, some of these locations control the entry and exit points of the city. They seem to set up in military significant locations. In other words, areas that can be controlled. So if you're in Dublin, you can be controlled. You can't get in and get out because they are there by the entrances and the exits, and they can shut it down in a moment's notice. Now, doesn't that sound significant to you from a military perspective? Awaiting, and you can see this in various TV series and movies that have like prepped us subconsciously for what's coming. At the drop of a hat, when they receive the phone call or the secret message or whatever, go, it's on, the operation is been greenlit, boom, suddenly you wake up in the morning, all the entrances and exits are shut down, there's chaos everywhere, and there's all sorts of little glimpses we've seen about these things all over the world, and again, especially in America, in preparation for what we think is the use of these illegal military-age migrants in the downfall and takeover of those countries. So it is a very real threat. People just don't want to admit that it is. It is a very real part of the plan of the New World Order to absolutely control everybody and change things really quickly. That's what's happening. It's sad, but it's so far gone that it is coming. And again, makes our job in the ministry and as believers, not just pastors or evangelists, but you as a believer, need to get involved in the Great Commission. We need to get that message out there. We need to share Jesus. We need to shine the light in the darkness, because very, very soon we are going to see our King. I'd like to take as many friends, new friends and family with me as I can to that wedding feast. Shalom.